it's Ahmed from Sanctum Squad. Bear's profile would have been on the channel, and so with this one, we both went to the Brotherhood Regional, and we both topped. Bear played boring Ryzeal Mitsurugi, but he came second. It's the only regional in Europe before Nationals after Alliance Insight. Yeah, Bear, he just pulled a QCR from the first pack. Bear was playing Mitsurugi Ryzeal. I was playing White Forest, pure White Forest. And I came seventh. How many plays was it? 220 something?
225.
Finished X11. I do believe my draw and my loss were controllable by me. But I guess that's on me. But I'll get into the profile. Start off with the main deck. So we've got the level 2s. We've got 3 LZs. I now am playing in a Stella because this is a very good way of playing into draw. If you suspect draw, if your hand's weak, you go into this one, you don't go into this one. This gives you a way of going for a search with the synchro, with the Resilia, before actually getting draw. So I think this is very good. And then we of course play the one Elza Azamina. This card's brilliant. But obviously you don't want to like, you want to see this with like some other names. Being able to fuse, I had someone called Dimbari on me and say synchro, and I went effect to fuse. So it's like when you make Murcielago, it's like the same thing as this, basically getting used as a synchro material, because it still searches the same thing. I'm not playing the draw one, Resilia, whatever it's called. Just 3 Sylvia. That's the only monsters I'm playing right now, White Forest monsters, by name.
What about by nature?
We'll find out. The White Forest spells, we're playing the 3 field spell. This deck is this card's really good. Paired with the 1 tails and the 1 fusion spell. This is the Sinful Spores as well. These are usually what you search on this. So if you've already got this, you search one of these. You want to hold this as long as possible so you can like bay out a nib or something like that and just do this at the end. I think having this in the deck now has changed the way the deck plays. I didn't realize that this card was just so important for the deck. I can't believe I actually thought this was a one-off. Anybody that thinks this is a one-off needs to go and rethink how they build this deck, because this card's really, really good. This card comes up quite a lot for different purposes. The fusion comes up a lot, but also the summoning from hand as well. You can summon Chaos Hunter from hand. Not that it makes a difference, you can just discard and special it. Then for the Sinful Spoils engine, we're playing 1 Diabell Star, 3 Wanted, 1 Deception, and 1 Hallowed. I'd like to play more Witch, but I'd also like to play Silvera, the Trap. And I'll explain why when I get to the Diabell engine in a second. But having one of your engines be able to search a trap for you is really good. You could also play like a Sinful Spoils, a White Forest trap if you wanted to. But I think Silvera is very, very good. I just wanted to keep the deck count at 42. So yeah, I played those Sinful Spoils cards. And for the most broken engine in the game at the moment, well,
those are Mitsurugi cards.
well, I think I don't know if you could say these are underrated in terms of like the meta, because you don't see them that much. I think this engine is incredible. People are questioning whether you play these or not, but like I don't see why not. As long as you don't open both of them together, they're never bricks. Seeing this going second is insane. And I'm playing a card that like makes this live regardless. But you discard like your spells and traps anyway to get going, and if you're not doing that, you probably brick to open a bunch of hand traps anyway. So seeing this isn't the end of the world. This card's insane. This card's effect when you have other Diabells is also ridiculous, especially with the field spell being able to protect from battle and card effects. Broken. Honestly, this is one of the MVPs of the deck. In fact, I think this will always be the MVP. And then the package I wanted to talk about was 2 Thrust, 1 Foolish Burial of Goods, and 1 Black Goat's Laughs. Instead of playing, like, I've seen lists play like multiple of these. What I've done is and I'll talk about it more in a second. I realized that Imperm was like very like lackluster in this format. So I replaced the 2 Imperms with the Thrust. Because every time I saw a hand that had Imperm in there, usually the Imperm does absolutely nothing. It like might stop something, but they probably have extenders. So it's like very like, it's 9 times out of 10 you're gambling with this card. You think it's the right thing to hit the ice or whatever. Oh no, look, I've got extender. Whereas like, you have to wait till your turn to use this. And using this to add this, to send this, cutting off the main part of the combo or their board is like insane. Like hitting Detonator with this or hitting Murakumo is really, really good. This was actually really strong for me today. Foolish Burial of Goods as well gives you the opportunity to send the trap. Or worst case scenario, if you already had it, you can send the 3rd. So these are the only 3 traps that we play in the deck. So you can send your Imperm. As I said, I'd love to play Silvera, but it's keeping the deck count at 42 for me that made me not play it. The cool thing about Foolish of Goods as well, because of Diabel the Synchro, you can literally add any spell or trap in the game. But it's like you have to open first. Like, yeah, except for itself. But you can, because you just activate Foolish Burial of Goods and decide about. Anyway, yeah, so this package was really, really good. It kind of replaces non-engine a bit, because it's kind of like the bridge between engine and non-engine. So yeah. And for the hand traps, we played the 3 for the 3 draws. Please don't look at the different artworks. I'm still waiting for Harps to give me my 2 other draws. The 3 Ash. I saw myself when I'm going first siding out one of these. Signing out one of these if I was struggling and depending on what the deck was, because this is really only for Mulch armies, and when you're going second you're probably not going to get Mulch army that much, and Ash doesn't really hit much things and has a massive impact, but obviously it's Ash, so I played 2 Nib. Nib is Nib. It's going to be bad if you use it terribly, but it's good otherwise. The Imperm, as we just explained, I played 1 Veiler because it's searchable. So it's kind of like, I didn't really lose 3 Imperms, I kind of just lost 1 in a sense. And honestly, and I know Bear's going to disagree with this, the most broken hand trap for me today was Ghost Spell.
Whoa, is that Ghost Spell? What card? Wow!
When they prayers in the draw phase, Ash and Vel basically do the same thing, being able to stop that. Vel hits a lot of cards this format. In every single, like a lot of meta decks, this hits a lot of different cards.
Name 3.
Sorry?
Name 3.
Name 3 cards it stops.
Yeah.
Which decks?
1 in Ryzeal.
1 in Ryzeal. Just pure Ryzeal.
No, Mitsurugi.
It hits all the rituals from coming back. It hits prayers. It hits Kusanagi adding back the ritual. It hits. There's another one as well. There's one more really important interaction that this has with Mitsurugi Ryzeal. With Malice, it hits March Hare, it hits Bestials, Call by the Grave. I belled my Malice opponent's March Hare, and because like there was enough knowledge to know if you're smart against Malice, you kind of know what their starting route is, and this was like strong enough to like, oh, hit the March Hare, that means you can't play now. I know you got one of the Malice name in hand. Yeah, this generally won me 3 games and kind of like really helped push in a lot of other games. So that's the 42. And then we've got the extra deck. You've got the 3 synchros. I need to upgrade these to QCRs. Broken synchros, Book of Eclipse, not once per turn. You've got this, which is the Searcher. Also boosts, stops all your synchro spellcast illusions from being destroyed by card effects. Really good in the format right now. And this just adding anything from the grave, being able to quick sync into any of these. And the additions of Poplar and the Flamberge. These cards are really, really good. Being like pop removal, Book of Moon removal, but you've also got putting things in the back row removal, which is what made Flamberge and Snake Eyes so broken. So this can do that as a quick effect. And if you want to pair it with fusing into them, because we've got the fusion spell, if you fuse into this, so you have this on board, an illusion, you fuse into this, and you can move something else in the back row. These are brilliant. They're very, very, very good. I think I've seen some lists like not playing this. I think this is too good not to play. And then we've got the Azamina package. These are much better than I thought. This stops them targeting stuff, like things like cross, etc. Field spell, putting their stuff back. This deals in their grave, even though it's probably going to be on your grave. Against Malice, it stops like wizard targeting stuff. What's the other one? Splash Mage. Really, really good. And obviously Omni Negate, and then just Searcher.
Ryzeal Cross as well.
Yeah. The two links I played was Liner and SP. This is really, really good. So if you get nibbed, you can push for like damage. You can go for game, and then they have to nib you there, and you probably have extension. And you bounce the, you have Sylvian Grave. You bounce one of the synchros. You use the nib token and the Sylvie to make this. And their detonators and grave. So you target their detonator, you summon their detonator, attach something to it. You can crash this. This can search you any of your starters, or a nib if you wanted to. So it like helped you grind after them nibbing you. And then SP is SP. It's a way. It's a way to deal with Baguska, etc. And also it helps you play around nib as well. You just got to be careful with your whole extra deck lock. And then the additional fusion synchro, Guardian Chimera, really good. You just got to be careful not to draw yourself, which I think was one of my misplays. The game I lost, I drawed my opponent, and I couldn't make Guardian Chimera because it wouldn't get the draw and then the pops. Psych again Punisher, really, really good. You halve your life multiple times. This and Witch can then just go for game, and then Chaos Angel with LZ. Making LZ be treated as a tuner or whatever. It helps you get the search for the simple spot. So you summon one of the level 8s, summon this, go into Chaos Angel, you go Chain Link 1 search, Chain Link 2 banish. Really broken. You got my always on me bomb token. And then the side deck, 3 Lancer, 3 Perulia. I cut out one of the meows because going second against Malice, this is good, but what about going first? So you got those 3 and these 2 going first, second, and then instead of these 2, you put these 2 in for going first. No, sorry, these 5 for going second, these 5 for going first. And when you go first generally, you've got the cross out, the call by, and the talents. I actually only resolved each of these once each, I think. All of them once each only. But they're broken enough to actually almost win the game. Mischief of the Gnomes. I think it's way, way better than Dim Barrier. I should have played Dim Barrier because of Pure Mitsu, but unfortunately I didn't play against any Pure. And Deck Devastation Virus. This is, in theory, really, really good. It didn't come up today. But obviously you're playing Thrusts in the main. This hits all the Malice names. The only thing it doesn't, even at Ignistas, the only thing it doesn't is Wizard. And then you get to look at the hand as well. So once you look at the hand, you can decide how you want to interact. So if you set up a board, you've done this, you then know what their entire play is, and then you can base it off that. Same thing with Ryzeal. The only thing it doesn't cut off is X'd, but you get to see the hand, and then you'll be like, okay, cool, I know what I need to do. So yeah, that was the 15 in the side. I think overall, I think this deck has the highest ceiling in the format. I don't think it's the best deck by far. I think it's in the top 3-4 maybe. Definitely gives me a headache to play. Huh? It is definitely one of my contenders for Nats because I think the skill expression with this deck and the ceiling with this deck, I think quite often than not, there is always a way to kind of like try and push the game. You just have to like figure out what those lines are there and then on the spot. I reckon there's still more practice that I have to do with this, but coming 7th out of a 230 whatever person tournament, kind of proves that like this deck has the ability. You see them like straight top cut a lot of YCSs. One small misplay can be the difference between you winning or losing the game. But if you play this deck perfectly, I wouldn't be surprised if this wins or tops like some bigger events. But yeah, shout out to Kazim holding camera, Brian Bear, who didn't believe in this deck, didn't believe in this card specifically.
I like the deck. It's a good deck.
Congrats to him for getting second. Kazim for 2-0ing some big names in the tournament as well.
Yep.
Just training for that somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. But yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, put the notification bell on, and I'll give you more notification bell.
Oh, yeah.
I need to remove that. Yeah.
Keep that in.
But yeah, cheers. Thank you.